Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Flipendo! Glacius! Confringo!
Alright, welcome back everyone. We are here again in Hogwarts Legacy in part 19 of our Ravenclaw playthrough with Susie Q. And today we're going to be going to see what Sirona wants. And then we've also got some classes to attend. We've got an astronomy class. And we had one more, which was to go and meet Natty. And those are our main missions. But I don't know if we're going to get to that other main mission. We're probably just going to do the astronomy one because I think I want to get some of these side quests knocked out. And other than Sirona, I thought we had another one in Hogsmeade. Yeah, we've got this guy, which we may go do first because that seems a little bit less involved. I'm sure Sirona is going to be more involved.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Yeah, now they do seem to lead to Hogsmeade. Before it was the Forbidden Forest, but lately we've been coming to Hogsmeade a lot
You'll
more.
see it was a mistake parting ways with me.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this one first real quick.
Is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
Yeah, isn't that kind
That
of
must
defeating
have
the
been
purpose?
frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
Not very good.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. He'll be in and out of there in no time.
Yeah, we'll find another way.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. I shall be right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Mr. Barnes will only get in trouble going down this path. I need to find another way to get him a venomous tentacula.
Can't I just give him one of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
Dragonhide herbologist gloves.
Glad you came.
Yes, I'm here now. What do you want?
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
Yep.
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade.
Over there?
Please do give Dot my love.
This seems like a very mundane sort of mission. Dorothy?
Excuse me, did you say something about a Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Yeah, well, I can't take them all out by myself.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
He's working
Do you
with
think
them, isn't
Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Sure, but we're supposed to talk to you about something
Hello,
else too.
Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Sure, you
Believe
can just
it or
have the
not,
ones
I
I
have
got.
some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Serona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Serona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
But I already gave you the hork lumps. I was going to replenish my supply. You took the ones that I had. Just rob you real quick.
This looks intriguing.
That's enough of gathering random things. Should we go ahead and grab your quest too?
Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists.
Sure.
It's not right.
What are we supposed to talk to her about?
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs.
that other
Sprottle
quest.
told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic, and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Could Bardolph have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
Yeah, I
What
think
do
we
you
got
have
some
for sale?
junk we need to sell.
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done? Thank you for passing through.
Didn't you have another quest for us? Ranrock's loyalists.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
Isn't he the one we're looking for?
How did your brother Bardolph end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolph had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolph refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
Oh, I see. He was in St.
You
Mungo's.
said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, Then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
I am unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious.
Yeah, we'll try and sneak up on
them.
them.
Live in fear. This is our home.
Okay, what quest am I actually on? Oh. Some dudes up here. Can we sneak up on them from this side? There's only
They
two of
come
them.
after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Spottle mentioned. Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Yes, more of the horklump mushrooms. We'll be needing those. Be nice if we could just fly our broom, but no, of course not. I guess there's got to be a roundabout way. Whoa. What's breaking stuff?
Revelio!
I think that's where we got to get to. Guess it is down.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Flipendo! Glacius! Confringo!
I was dodging. How do you hit me when I'm dodging? It's not good.
Confringo! Glacius!
Alright.
That was a close one.
It's an annoying one. Set. Dear Serona, when I arrived, yeah, troubling sense, yeah. That's too much to read. Something from Mirabelle. Yeah, oh, she was a Ravenclaw too.
This must be Serona's box of letters.
I tried to pick up the other letter. I don't know what happened there. I'll go back in. Whoa. Oh. Interesting. That was a little glitchy. Alright, we got her letters. Grab some mushrooms. Anything else we need around here? I don't really think so. There's some bad guys. We were supposed to go and beat up some bad guys. I don't think they're these bad guys though. Alright, let's go bust up some goblin camps. Let's see if we can do it sneakily. Yeah, we can sprint now. I forgot about that.
Revelio.
Looks like just 3 of them.
Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
Focus to tell us.
Someone there?
Nope, nobody's here. Slam an airborne enemy with Descendo. So we need to Levioso them and then Descendo them.
Focus to tell us.
Yep.
One less human to worry about.
Levioso.
How nice of you. Rest until...
You've one less follower, Ranrock.
That's a few more than one.
One camp down, one more to go.
Me? I'm not going to be dying. Well, I don't think so. We'll see.
Tell us.
How nice of you to stop by. One there. One less human to worry about. Hello? Someone?
Levy. Sender. Expelliarmus. Defender. Defender.
I was right not to be worried about you.
Glacier. Potato. Glacier. Also. Defender. Confringo.
Yeah, just still getting used to
Madame Beaumont
switching
would be
back and
glad to
forth
hear
between
that.
spells.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
I do miss the bustle of...
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Alright, and we were supposed to look for her brother too.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
No, I don't think we can actually sneakily do these guys. So let's just start off with a bang.
Confringo. Glacius. Compulso. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Levioso. Is that Infurious wearing a woolly jumper? That must be Bardolph. Confringo. Compulso. Flipendo. Glacius. Confringo. Compulso. Flipendo. Confringo. Bardolph's woolen jumper. I'm not sure Madame Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him.
Yep, your brother got turned into an Infuri? Whatever they are. The zombie things that aren't actually zombies.
Revelio.
What's this? That's glowy. Journal entry 2 of 2. I'm repulsed by what I've seen, or what I've just witnessed. They have created an Infurious, a corpse mutilated, come to life. I tried to hide my horror. Need to convince them I'm not a spy. If I do not, I fear I could be next. Yep,
This mentions
and you were.
Infuri, and something about it being Bardolph's turn next.
And we got journal entry 1 in here. 1 of 2, yep. I hate that I'm afraid, but there's no going back. I seem to have mastered 2 of the curses so far, but I've had to pledge to do their bidding if I'm to learn more. Can't let them see my fear. I've been told not to trust dark wizards, but I can't stop until I have enough magic to protect Claire, myself, and all of Upper Hogsfield.
An entry from Bardolph's journal. He overheard whispers plan, something to do with him.
And for that, I thank you.
Madame Beaumont, I do have some news of your brother.
Oh, please tell me he's safe.
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd.
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No. No. This can't be. Oh.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph.
Now she's fine. You should take the day off work at least. Alright, all done with the vivarium and the room requirement, so now we're going to attend our astronomy class and probably be done for the time being.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Can I use the big one?
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
You're not supposed to just manhandle them like that. They need to be locked. Okay. What are we supposed to be looking at?
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Why not wear heavier clothing? That guy's robe would do the same thing as
hello.
Sebastian's.
Good to see you again. We Ravenclaws must stick together.
Oh, hello, Emmett. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Emmett. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Emmett.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Now this guy wants to talk to us too? Everybody's so interested in us.
Tried
Where
to
are the
put off my
stairs?
stargazing as long as I could. Oh, good that did.
Wait, Sam, we need to go this way. Oh, do we have to talk to the teacher? Probably. Oh.
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Ugh, not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Whoa. What just happened to the sky there? No, we don't need to talk to the professor. Okay. I guess it's just confused as to where we need to go. No, not saying to go up. Oh, we're supposed to go down some other stairs. So where are these other stairs? Oh, these stairs. I see. I see.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new. Confringo!
More pages. Only 28 to go.
A pristine night for...
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
Not really.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing.
That's what those
Sadly,
things
they
are.
have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar. The other is mere lunacy.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
They definitely overdo the puns a little bit. And they just, I don't know, pull it off without even anything.
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
Okay.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we?
See, this way we don't have to walk. Nice. Yeah, I've passed a few of these things wondering what the crap they are.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Yep, I seen them. I kept wondering.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cow. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Yeah, I think we flew to this one on
More
our broom.
cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
No, we have to use fire
Confringo.
spell on the cobwebs. I guess so. Just a random loot hanging on the wall.
Look,
There it be.
there's the table.
Yeah, hurry up. What are you doing?
Go on, try it out.
Okay, do we have to assign the telescope? I don't see it in here. Where do we go? Over here?
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
So what, do we need to put that one there? To zoom?
As soon as you've
Telescope.
lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
No, we do have to zoom.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Is he flexing on me about his knowledge of gobbledygook? All the goblins I know speak regular English. Well, we don't know them for very long. Find astronomy tables. So what do we get for that?
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Alright. Well, with that, I think we're going to be done for this part, because recording has run fairly long, so I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't as exciting as most of our parts have been, but next part we're going to go and see what Natty wants over at her midnight rendezvous. I forget what that was all exactly about. We will probably get another few side quests, since there seem to be a bunch of them piling up. But yeah, get a couple done. What's going on with my hat? That was interesting. Alright, but yes. So, if you enjoyed this, push the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.